Hello! Welcome to our third preview of Starbound 1.0, as we delve into the latest unfinished version of the game, uploaded every night by the devs. To keep this series fairly spoiler-free, we're avoiding any story and missions. Today we're going to have a look at hunting fossils, a fun new thing for people who like to look for collectibles and get complete sets of things. It also introduces Starbound's first mini-game. It's currently a bit buggy in this build though, and while testing the mini-game out, it did crash the game completely several times. But never mind. First of all, we'll also set up a couple of moth traps, a handy way to produce silk. Hopefully by the end of the episode we'll be able to harvest it. Right, first thing, both the things that we're doing in this, the fossil stuff and the moth traps, do require you to have got to the level of tungsten. Not every planet has tungsten, and most planets have your basic, your copper, your silver and your gold. But then, in your starter system, you'll get something like iron, and you will have to look a bit further afield sometimes for... let's have a look at that one. For maybe a forest planet that has tungsten on it, or a desert planet. I'm currently over a desert planet, in some system or other. So yeah, you will need to get them to gather quite a bit of tungsten. In preparation for this episode, I've already smelted quite a lot of raw materials in my furnace, which is over there, so all should be good. Right, okay, so first of all we need a moth trap. First, I think you need to go to a basic inventor's table for this. No, apparently not. Now which table would it be? Oh, it's the foraging table, that's right, which is that one of the new ones. Moth trap requires 10 tungsten, 30 timbers, and a torch. Attracts moths. Moths produce silk. Craft one of them. Right, there we go. A simple moth trap. Go down to the planets. Say this is a desert planet, which I've just arrived at. Already going dark, and also already full of bads. Actually, I'm not using the spear very well, am I? Hup, hup, and hup. Right, these things only work at night, apparently. So only when the light is lit, and I think this is actually very lucky timing. That should eventually light up when it becomes dark. I haven't actually tested this out, so I don't know yet. Come on, lads. And over the course of a few nights, it'll start producing silk, and then after a few nights, you will be able to harvest it. Okay, so just reading up on this, apparently it doesn't light up until later on in the night, and then only until the morning comes. So I'm going to leave this behind for now, and we can come back in a bit. So now we'll actually start looking at fossils whilst that does its business. Right, fossils require... I think you have to... get out of the way, you cloudy fuck. I think what you have to do is you use your inventor station, but you can't use it just yet because it only provides these things. So first of all, you have to upgrade this, I think, to the engineer's table. For this upgrading, you need more tungsten, some glass, which you refine from fine sand in the furnace, and some silver bars. So click on that. And it's just kind of gone poof a little. Made a little tune. And now we have an engineer's table. Hopefully, yep, there it is. There's the fossil station right down here. And requires 10 tungsten, 20 timber, a bit of cobblestone and dirt as well. What have I got in my inventory then? I've got moon dust. Moon dust. Yeah, so I need to go and get some cobblestone and some dirt. Right, back down to the planet, I guess. Oh, it would be bloody sand. Okay, I might actually need to go a bit further. Oh no! What? This is a weird bloody planet. Oh, this is interesting. Hang on, I'm going to try this again. I think I might actually be on a floating island. I think I've already seen this like once before. Yeah, look, I'm on a floating island. Oh, cool. Right, so this weird floating island does have cobblestone in it, and I have managed to get a little bit of dirt as well. So the only thing that remains now is to actually go down and get me stuff. So if I'm very careful, I can just do a very basic sort of... in fact, I'm so I'm so close to the ground anyway, it doesn't really matter. But this is kind of ridiculous. So there's all my stuff. Right, here we go. Ignore the perfectly generic item. That was a mistake. Okay, go to your engineer's table. And here we go. Fossil station. We've got the tungsten, timber, cobblestone, and dirt. Okay, select, craft, wait for it to craft. Eventually. And we have a fossil station, which I'll put up there. There we go. Right, okay, so here you can create fossil brushes of 3 different types. I think this, yeah, each one the better ones require more stuff. And you can also make small display stands, medium ones and large ones. We'll probably only ever actually need the small ones in this episode, in this little preview. So, the beginner's fossil brush requires timber and string. The master's requires the same but with gold and a bit more of each of the others. And this, the student's one, which is the medium one, the master's is the best, requires some silver. But we do need string. The first thing you do with fossils is get one of these brushes. Try and get the best one you can. And then if you find a fossil, you can put it in the small display system. Okay, just to show you how to make string, because I did have to look it up, you do need a spinning wheel. So you will need your inventor's table or your engineer's table or whatever. Find your spinning wheel, timber, cobblestone and rope. Press craft. Wait for it. And we're done. Yes. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to put my spinning wheel on this platform. You need lots of plant fibre to make string. Well, not much. You need I think, 2. So we'll make a bit of string. Not too much string. That much. It'll take a little bit of time to do everything. Right, so we've got some string. Now that does mean we can make our first brush. In fact, we can make all of them. So therefore, I shall make a beginner's one and a master's one. In fact, I'll make a few because a brush gets used up every time you actually go for a fossil. So, 2 of each. And that should be enough for now. Let's have a look at those things, see where they are. There we are, put in my hotbar. Like that. And there we have it. Used to clean the dirt from fossils, used to clean the dirt from fossils. Right. Okay, so now we just go down. Hopefully the desert planet will have fossils. I know I've only actually oh god. Oh god. It's gone down onto the blood. Okay, we'll have to go down here carefully because this I've chosen the worst possible planet for this. There we go. And you can just start digging into the ground really. I've got a pickaxe, so I'm actually going to do this. And what you're looking for is kind of caverns with a background. There's various different biomes. I think you can find them, but it seems like the more straightforward ones are your best bet. So I am probably doing the worst possible way of doing this. Just by no, these seem to be quite reasonable caves. I have to be really careful and not to actually die in the course of doing this. What you're looking for in the background are kind of, well, things that actually sound really dumb, but things that look like fossils. I'm actually being rinsed here by all these enemies. There we go. Nothing down here. I think I will have to probably go a bit lower than this. So I'll give you a shout when things get better. Quite deep now. Hang on, that might be one. Oh, there's 2! Here we go, this is what they look like. They can look different. So it looks like there's a head type thing there and a weird trilobite type thing there. So hopefully this will work and won't crash. So select one of your brushes. I'll first of all use, I think this is the beginner's one. Go near it and waft your brush at it. And here we go, here's the mini game, so it has worked. Right, with your beginner's brush, you get given 3 tools. You get given your brush, which can just basically brush away all dirt, but not stone. And you've also got 2 bonus tools as well, other than the brush, which can actually chip away at the stone. So you have this thing which can break away kind of a 2x2 thing, and some dynamite, which can do a kind of plus shape. I think it's randomly allocated as well, but it'll give you enough to actually expose all the skulls. So you need to basically expose all the skulls to the air, but without actually destroying any of the skulls in the process. So let's see. Obviously all the fossil type stuff is over here, so we'll use a more complicated one first. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, I think there's a gap there. Let me just get rid of that, because I don't think that's going to destroy any skull. Right. Now I can brush away the dirt. There we go, that's safe. Because if I'd actually accidentally destroyed some of the skull, bad things will happen. Right, okay, so now I can do that bit as well. And now I've run out of those. I've got to use pluses from now on, which will make things a little more difficult. So let's do that. Oh, bollocks! Did I do it? No, I didn't. I blew it up. Oh dear. Oh dear, yeah. I think it's because I blew up some of the I forgot to clear away the dirt, and therefore I blew away some of the dirt above one of the fossils. So I failed that one. Bugger. Okay, let's use our master's brush this time. So get close to it. Not close enough just yet, hang on. You have to get very close to it. And here we go. 2 out of 2 so far, so it hasn't crashed yet. This time I've got 4 different kinds of tools. As you can see, it's not the same tools. These are different tools. I've got one that can chip away tiny bits, and we've got 2 different kinds of drills for different directions, and we've got another hammer. Right, so essentially it's a puzzle. And everything's obviously over to the right. So let's try doing that there. Make sure you brush everything out. Yeah, that's it. Brush things out immediately, otherwise you fuck up like I did. Oh, I only had one of them. I'm going to have to start using these. So if I did that, I'd lose, because I'd destroy some of the fossil. Let's get rid of that and brush it away. Oh, that needs to be done. Well, I can't use that one. Damn it. I'd have to use... Oh, no, I'm doing badly again. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Oh, I've exposed 12 out of 17. I might still be able to do this somehow. Let's get rid of... Let's see. Let's get rid of those. Oh, okay, got 3 more to expose. So, if I do that one... There. That's exposed that, and then I can use these 2 to just get rid of the last couple. Hopefully this is the right one. Yes! I've done it! There it is, perfectly exposed. Yeah, what? Incomplete? I thought I got all of them. Oh, I fucked up again. I'm not quite sure why. God damn it, okay. See if there's any more. Not quite sure what... Oh god, what are you? Oh yeah, there's one. There's yet another one. Let's... Not quite sure why I failed that last one. I wasn't really... Oh, god damn it. Okay, come on. Right. This one looks a bit more straightforward. God damn it. Let's get rid of all that. It's because I'm trying to do this while I'm on a video. Otherwise, it would be fine. Right, okay, let's get rid of that. That was fairly efficient. These are awkward ones. Let's get rid of that. Not too bad. Get rid of that as well. Oh, okay, this is actually very good. 9, just those 2 more, and I should have done it. So I think I could just do that, and that should actually do it. There we go. Now that actually has done it. Definitely has done it. Yes! And I've received an ammonite fossil, which I think is a very small, crappy one. Sometimes, apparently, in fact I think I have seen this, you do get treasure chests to expose on top of all the normal stuff. And if you get the treasure chest, you just get like a bonus item. So we've got ourselves an ammonite, which has been... ammonite, which has been put up there. Oh no, I'm going to die. Oh, God's sake. Oops. Lads. It's a nightly build, okay? Okay, slight mishap there, but don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, so when you do die in anything other than casual, you will lose your fossils along with a lot of other stuff as well. I've gone and got some more though. So I've got another ammonite, and I've got that's a small fossil, but I've also got a avius scale skull, which is a medium fossil. So we need to display them now. So you go back to your fossil station, you click this, and now we're going to make one of each of these. Small one requires timber, glass, and gold, quite a bit. Medium one requires the same, but more of each. So craft that. Craft that. Yeah, pretty much uses everything up. Right, I'm not going to be able to do it here because we've run out of space on the ship, so I'll go down to the surface and place everything there. There's so many enemies around my spawn point, it's ridiculous. Go away. Hup. 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 And there we go. Right. So, let's place our stuff. Here we go. Get rid of that. We might need a bit more of a display place, I think. Like that. Right. Get rid of it. Okay, so the small one... Is this a small one? I think so, yes. Small ones like that. Medium ones like that. Let's put a 5 between the 2. So, get rid of that. Go to the small one. Press E to interact. And you have a little spot here. So I'll put that inside there. And there we have it. The fossil is now on display. Actually, there's a huge fossil in the background. Look at that. Sadly, that is only background. And you do the same for the medium one. Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, you need to insert more than one. Alright, so by the looks of it, medium fossils, I think they come in 3 parts, as I understand it. And yeah, so I'll need to find an Avia scale other bits of that thing as well, and then I'll be able to complete the whole thing. So it is a very much of a collector's type thing. The large one is absolutely huge apparently, and you can use things like, you can display things like T-Rexes, but I think you'd have to do quite a lot of exploration before you found anything like that. Cool, so that's fossils basically, and there's a lot obviously to do. There's loads apparently to find, so it really is a collector's thing, but I've just shown you the very basics and fucked up quite a lot. Let's see if actually this is ready to harvest yet. Oh yes it is! There, just press D on it. Silk fibre 3. Hooray I guess. But if I'd set up like absolutely loads of these things, right now I'd also be harvesting loads of silk, which I can then take away and do something with it. Meanwhile, back up on the ship, discovered all my food seems to be going rotten. All the stuff that's been in there for a long time, which is rather annoying. I didn't realise that could actually happen. So do watch out for that, using the new hunger mechanism and all that. Yep, so silk, apparently, you forge that into armour using a sewing machine, which is the upgraded version of the spinning wheel. For that you need titanium, string and silver. Titanium you need to go to better planets. Cool, and then you can just weave lots of armour and all sorts of cool stuff. Cool, okay, so in the next episode we'll look at something else in the Nightlies. Should be quite soon. Anyone who's watching my Toxic Layer Starbound series, hopefully the next episode of that will be next week instead of this week, because I've been too busy doing this. Cool, okay, so thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.